everybody, thank you for joining me today. So for today's video, we're going to be doing the Craft with Tea sketch number 5. And this one, it's actually a really simple sketch, but I think it could be one that if you needed a quick card, you can definitely put it together and, have it be nice and simple, and it would work really well with masculine cards, I think. But on this one, I'm actually going to be using a paper set that we've used before. I think I have it here. I hate when I move stuff and I don't have it right here. But this one, it has a lot of bright colors, fun colors, and I'm using like a background sheet with hearts for one, and more of a blended or a gradient sheet for the other. And then I'm taking scraps and pieces to create the tags. And for the tag size, they're the same width, which is the 1 inch, and then they're all different lengths. So one is 2 inches, one is 2 3/4 inch, and one is 3 1/4. Okay, and then in the middle, you can do the strip that goes across the middle, either using ribbon or you can use paper layers. It's up to you guys. I think on these cards here, I use ribbon. All right, so I'm just finishing up cutting my tags for my for the top of the card. Not tags, flags. We're gonna make little flag ends on them. And then once we get those all cut, that's really like that's the card. So for the base, I cut that to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then because I'm not using any mats on that. On this one, I didn't think there was really a need for a lot of mats. It could keep the card, just that simple. And then the different layers, I got the longest one on the bottom with the medium on the left, and then the on the top and kind of to the right is the smaller one. So we create like a little cluster of the little flag ends all together, and then I'm going to attach it to the top, and I am adding some of the glitter glue. Since it's layers, I just want to make sure that it definitely is adhering really well to our card front. And then we're going to do the same thing with the pink one. But first, I'm going to go ahead and put down some score tape. Score tape. This is the ATG tape, and I'm using, this one is a thinner sheer ribbon that I have. And I'm just taping it on the back side. And then on the top of that, going down the middle, I was going to use just the glue, but it doesn't adhere how I kind of needed it to, so I went ahead and just grabbed the ATG again and then attached the dark blue ribbon and taping that down. And then I was trying to figure out which card I wanted to use or which sentiment, because I have a bunch of sentiments I had made on the side, and most of them were for Mother's Day. So I was like, you know what? Let me use the Mother's Day card because these are light and airy. Not all moms like pink. I was like, so the blue would work if mom's favorite color is blue. So we're just going to do the same thing for the pink colors that I also chose for the second card. One, two, and then we're going to cut this one. And we're going to do the same kind of cluster. So the medium one to the left, and then the smaller one on top and to the right. And then attach all of them to the front of the card base. And then we're going to do the same thing. I use the grid mat to line up and try and make it as even or, as straight as possible for the ribbon to attach to. And then obviously cutting it and taping it in the back. And then on this one, I had some really pretty pink ribbon that matched, I think, really well with the colored cardstock that we're using. So we're just going to put that in the center of this particular ribbon. And then same thing, taping it on the back and cutting off any extra just so that way it's not completely bulky when we attach it to the card. And our card base is going to be your typical A2 size card. It is 4 1/4 by 8.5. Did I just say that? I did. I just stopped for a second. I was like, that's not even what I wanted to say. It's 4 1/4 by 5.5. So I cut it on my 8.5 by 11 sheet in half. So that way it would fold long ways. And normally I score it before, but on these I already had them cut out. So I just folded it and then used my bone folder to get a nice uh, crisp, fold on it. And then we're going to go ahead and attach each of these to the card. And I didn't actually do a video on it because at the time when I got the kit, when I was able to purchase the April kit, it was already sold out. But in that kit, we had a 12 by 12 sheet of gold glitter paper. So I grabbed and cut off 2 small pieces for our sentiments to sit on top of, just to give the cards a little bit of bling. And I used the art glitter glue to attach to the glitter paper, because anything like that, the art glitter glue or the matte medium glue, they're gonna attach those really well because they're nice strong adhesives, and with the glitter you definitely want that. And then we're gonna attach our sentiment, and like I said, with this, really simple, not too much, just a really nice simple card. That little bit of gold, just it gives it just a little bit of something. And you can always add sequins, you could add flowers. There's so much you can add to cards, it's really crazy. But on this one, what we're going to do, after we attach the gold glitter paper on the sentiment, we are going to add some gold Nuvo drops to each of the sheets, or each of the cards, excuse me. And on this one, I was going to have a little bit of an edge of the gold glitter paper, but it didn't line up right, so I just made it even. And I was trying to figure out where to put it. I was thinking like on the ribbon, but I really do like it more below. So I'm just going to move that down and attach that using the ATG and the glitter glue. And then after we attach that, like I said, we're going to grab the Nuvo. So that way we can attach the gold droplets. And sometimes I do test, drops. Sometimes I don't. I just go right into it. For the most part, I find if you overthink it, sometimes they come out worse. So it's kind of good to just hop on in and just start attaching them. And make sure you let these dry for at least 24 hours. Otherwise, they do have the tendency of getting smushed. Okay? So I'm just giving you guys heads up. Don't say I didn't warn you. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. At the very end, I will have videos to previous Friday sketches. And make sure, we don't have this particular paper collection. I want to say it was from a kit. If not last year, like the year before. We've had it in the boutique, but I'll try and link to some previous or some other like springy bright color papers that they have in the boutique, so those links will be all down below. So thank you guys. Check out Sunday's video, and I hope you have a great day.